Everyone plays, everyone cares, and everyone wins. Find out about a group that'll touch your heart coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Myrtle Beach Herald. We're focused on the third year, the upcoming season of the Grand Strand Miracle League, which kicks off this Saturday. And we're visiting with Stephanie Turnmire, the Executive Director of the Grand Strand Miracle League. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming in. It's so exciting. No, obviously you were with us a month and a half ago. A little further out, a heck of a lot's happened in the interim.
We are. We're very busy getting ready for Saturday.
This Saturday, April 3rd.
April 3rd, 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. Okay, now what time do folks normally show up before everything kicks off? Do they get out there around that time, or do they get in much earlier?
If you're there to volunteer, we've asked people to come out about 9
to
get everything prepared. And 10 o'clock is when 10 o'clock will kick off the ceremony. They'll start right away at 10 a.m.
Great. Do you all have some big stuff planned for this Saturday ceremony?
We do. We have Henry Brown coming to unveil the plaque for naming the field. So that's exciting, and we've got our National Executive Director from Atlanta, Diane Alford. She'll be there to speak, and also some of our board members will be out there. It's an exciting event.
It is, and to get the sitting congressman to come in from Washington, that's a big deal. Saturday.
Yeah, we were very glad to have him there. He's going to be there. He's a big supporter of youth sports and has been there for naming of a couple of other fields, and so he's excited to be there to support the Miracle League.
Think back 3 years ago, or a little more than that, when you and Paul made that first trip down to Conyers, Georgia? Exactly, to see the field down there and see what had been touted. I think he'd seen that HBO special.
He did.
That got him excited about it.
We think back about that a lot, and just from that one show, it rallied all of the community to get this field built, and now to have this opportunity for the children to come out and play and have fun, just like any other youth would have the baseball opportunity.
Golly, it's so exciting. Of course, that opportunity, as you all talk about on the website, as you talk about in all the print paraphernalia and the TV spots that go out, I think I've seen them. Everyone plays, everyone cares, and everyone wins. And that excitement of, as you say online, letting folks experience the sunshine, which they may not do as a player, but have often done as just a fan in the stands. Now actually getting out and being able to play on the field.
Yep, we've always said we want to get the kids on the inside of the fence instead of them watching through the fence, siblings that are out playing. Now their brothers and sisters are out helping them run the bases and hit the balls, and on a team and in a league like they should have.
Yeah, Stephanie, let's talk about the field. For viewers who may not have visited the location, it's right behind Pepper Gettings there on...
It's in the complex behind the intermediate school, Myrtle Beach Intermediate, and it's off of 33rd and Oak Street.
Right.
So if you just go into Pepper Gettings complex, then you go to your right, and it's directly behind the school. And,
of course, you've got a lot of players coming in from parts of the PD, South Florence, I think you said from Lake City or Johnsonville in that area.
Lake City, a bunch from Florence. We've got a bunch from Loris. There's a few coming from south of Georgetown into the Charleston area, which is a long way to travel, and that shows you the excitement that the kids and the families have participating.
Absolutely. And, of course, that ability, I mean, you're open to anyone from virtually anywhere. I mean, they could where's the next closest Field of Dreams, or the next closest Miracle League field?
Charleston is in the process. They're getting ready to ground break on Saturday.
Is that right?
So within the next year, they'll have their field up and running, so that will take some of the Charleston people to that field, downtown Charleston. I think West Ashley is where they're building. So we're hoping to have one every about 2 hours so that children don't have to travel more than an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to play on Saturday morning.
Right. There's not yet one in Florence, not yet one in Wilmington, assumably, so you could take folks from Robinson and Scotland and Brunswick and New Hanover counties down here.
Yep.
Golly, that's a big opportunity.
As long as the parents are willing to drive, we'll sign anyone up. And we've gotten 12 new kids this season to start Saturday, 12 kids that have never played baseball in their life that will come out on Saturday for the first time.
Wow, Stephanie.
And we're hoping between now and Saturday to keep signing kids up.
So you think about, when you think back three plus years to y'all's trip down to Conyers to see the field and fast forward to present, leading up to this Saturday, the kickoff of the third year, what's it like for you now, Stephanie, knowing that you were involved in the ground up and
I just can't believe how big it's gotten and how many people have gotten involved. Because I know for the past 2 years, you'll ask someone about the Miracle League and no one really knew the name or what it was unless they had a child involved or a sibling or a relative. It's just exciting to see. Some people now, will know the name is what we've been looking for, the name and the kids, rather than knowing me. And that's exciting because they know about it. And for me and Paul to be there from the ground up is an exciting thing for both of us.
And some of the key volunteers, golly, y'all have so many volunteers, and there have to be a lot of volunteers out there to help make it tick.
We have to run with a volunteer per child, which is about 60 to 80 per Saturday. And then we have volunteer merchandise sales, concession sales, 2 volunteer umpires that are there every single Saturday and are there from game 1 to game 3. All of our board members are all volunteers, and they're out there most of the Saturdays if they can get out. Kids ages 10 and up is what we take for volunteers. Some of our buddies are 10 years old helping some of the younger kids play. And it's a great opportunity for you to bring your child out and to let them experience and see that it's just a child, They don't really have as many problems as you see until you get up there, and then you notice they're just a child having fun just like themselves.
So kids ages 10 and up can actually get out to help volunteer. And now, what is the age range for folks who are participating?
We have ages 3, and we do have up to 30 right now.
Okay.
Depending, we don't want to overwhelm with adults, but we do want to give those older teenage and into the 20s an opportunity to come out because sometimes mentally they're a little behind. So we still want to give them the opportunity just as well as the 3-year-olds. Right. We don't do it as much like Special Olympics with the older adults. We tried to keep it as a child's game.
Let's talk about the field for folks who may not have visited the facility there on 33rd Avenue. And, of course, we're talking about in Myrtle Beach, so if you were in the PD or southeastern North Carolina, again, this Saturday could leave, let's say, Laurinburg at 6:30, 6:45, 7:30 to drive down. They would travel down 501, hit the bypass, travel up to 29th, take a right, and then head down to Oak Street. Take a left and then come right up to 33rd Avenue. So very easy to get to, very easy for anyone.
And once you get back there, you'll recognize it because our field is special. It's got the synthetic rubber turf, and it's $125,000 field. So when you get out there, you recognize it compared to the dirt in the grass field.
Oh, yeah.
We are close to paying off the field. We have $18,000 left to pay it off.
Right.
And then also we're getting ready to kick off our new bathroom and concession facility, which will need probably another $50,000 to get that done, which we're going to unveil on opening day, all the drawings of that. So that's an exciting thing for Saturday also.
A ton of stuff's going to happen this Saturday, Stephanie. Now, for you, I mean, golly, with so much going on,
Yeah, we've the support from my board and the volunteers for the past month. I mean, it's been nonstop, in and out. We've got media people on our board. Kristen Hardy, she's marketing for us, getting all the media there and involved. Just an incredible amount of volunteer time's been put into this one day, and then not to mention, we have 8 more Saturdays after that.
Right.
So.
Of the spring season. Then you all have a fall season as well.
We do in September for 8 weeks.
Okay. So it goes April and May essentially, and then September and October? Okay, great.
Yep.
Golly, so 16 Saturdays a year. The Miracle League is full of not only the players but all the volunteers and all the fans, all the families, I guess, and others that get out to cheer on the players.
Yep, and then usually throughout the seasons we do 3 to 4 special events that will be on holidays, and that will give the kids and the families an opportunity to have, the same type of celebrations, the end of the season party, the team parties. We do something for Easter every year, Halloween every year. We do a big Christmas party. So when you sign your child up, it's not just signing them up for baseball, it's signing them up for, all the events. And then the parents get together, and it's kind of a support group for each of the parents that can talk to someone else who's going through what they've been through, or and able to just sit back and watch the kids have fun and not have to deal with being with them 24/7. They're able to sit back and let someone else play with them and see them have fun.
If a viewer was catching you on this morning, could they, obviously, whether they had a family member who was physically or mentally challenged, I mean, if they just wanted to get out there, experience it for the first time, can they just show up this Saturday?
They can. If they contact us ahead of time, we can get their uniforms and everything prepared. But if they find out about it that week and they just want to come out and check it out and they like what they see, we'll sign them up that day.
Right.
And then they can come out that day and participate, and then they'll have, the rest of the season to come out.
So that's where you desire them to get out there closer to 9 to be able to sign up and get ready for
that would be
for the
great.
kickoff. Of course, even though it goes 8 weeks, you really want folks out there the first April 3rd, this Saturday.
Well, we're just excited to name the field. And we've got this plaque we're unveiling, and we want everyone to see. It's going to be named after a local philanthropist who's given a lot of time to this community. And we want everyone to see. It's a huge surprise. He has no idea. And he's going to be blown away when we unveil it and he sees his name on the plaque. It's about a 4-foot plaque, and it's going to name the field and all the major contributors that have helped out with the organization from day one. So it's an exciting event for people who were even involved 30 years ago to come out and see where it's come.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be an exciting. I remember a little more than a year ago, about a year and a half ago, not long after we had kicked off Carolina People, that you and one of the board members, Raymond Child, were here in the studio. And originally we thought about splitting you all's time up, and I think you were going so well. We had 3 or 4 minutes for Raymond at the end, but to hear his excitement and the thrill for he and Jerry as they have experienced this, the two of them as a team out there, I'm sure on a regular basis, it's amazing to hear his excitement every time he talks about it.
Yeah, Raymond is dedicated, and he's been through it. He knows what the parents have been through, and he's there to support them, and he knows. To give them this opportunity is something that you can't replace. And growing up playing baseball or softball or t-ball, it kind of molds you as a person. Getting involved in those sports as a child will be with you for the rest of your life.
If a viewer has to head out for work right now, what's the best number for someone to call, Stephanie?
448-7712.
Okay.
And then also you can call that. It's got our cell phone numbers on there. And also you can get a hold of us through our website at gsml.org.
Okay, so 843-448-7712, or going online at GSML, GrandstrandMiracleLeague.org, GSML.org. Okay, great. So there's a heck of a lot of information at either when they call you, you can provide some, or get your mobile phone to be able to track you down to find out.
Anytime.
What are the registration requirements for the parents to sign one of their children up?
The only thing is our application form, which it gives information about the child that we'll need, and then it's a waiver, signing them so that they can be shown in pictures and videos to promote the league. And also, we ask for a $35 donation, but that's not necessary. That's only if the parents can't afford it, because we know some of these families are so financially devastated by the disability. So we just ask for that donation, and a lot of our parents cannot pay that, so we do not ask for a fee. And that gets the children a uniform, a shirt, the socks, and a hat, and that gets them placed onto a team. And then they meet their coach and all their teammates, and they've got a team mother that organizes the games and the snacks and the drinks. And
wow,
it's a lot of fun, and we want as many children as we can possibly reach.
So there is a potential donation of $35, but if a parent or a family can't provide that, then their child can get enrolled for the 8 weeks for free. I mean, it's really that opportunity. Of course, they can make donations more if they'd like, or whatever they can do.
Well, that's like some of the parents can make them, and they'll make them for a few of the children. And they, knowing that they, have been blessed with the money, they sponsor another child that couldn't afford it on a normal basis.
So if a viewer was to make a donation, if they didn't have a child that would be able to play, or if they just want to get out there, the donations could potentially support shirt, socks, hat. What are some of the other things that donations could be applied to?
Basically running the program. We've got equipment, a bunch of equipment that each of the teams get, and then our field. We have the field sponsors, which is $1,500, and that places your company or individual family name on the field, like you would see out at the Pelican Stadium.
Right.
And that's up for a year. That would be for the fall and spring season. And then we've got the team sponsorships, which are sold out for this year, but we're taking sponsors now for next spring.
Right.
And that's $1,000, and we've only got 6 spots available. So if you're interested in that, you've got to call right away to get locked in for the next spring season.
Absolutely. And, of course, you all not only have the local sponsors of the teams, but they wrap around a national team name.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 national teams that are represented this year would be?
We've got the Yankees, the Braves, the Orioles, the A's, the Diamondbacks, and the Indians.
Oh, great. Okay. So some teams that a heck of a lot of folks know when they wrap around them. And, of course, the kids have the opportunity to get affiliated not only with the national team but with the local team as well, wear those T-shirts on a regular basis, go out. Of course, we've seen so many of the cards. You all have made cards up highlighting some of the kids who play. And, of course, you've got so many. As you said, you're expecting at least 80 this year.
Yeah, that's our goal for Saturday is 80.
How did you all wrap around that idea of creating cards for each of the teams?
Well, the campaign started with a group of guys, one from Tidwell Creative, Michael Tidwell, and a few others from Brandon Advertising, got together and sat around all weekend and came up with this idea and came to us and wanted to donate this entire campaign, the billboard and the TV commercial and the posters and the newsletter. And when they came to us, they had this idea of these baseball cards with the team name, the kid's name on there, the picture, and their position. And we fell in love with it. And our board said, this is incredible. We're going with this. And for the past 2 months, the cards have been everywhere.
Which is great. Let's talk about 3 of these. There's this first great one, the Orioles with Cody Mitchell, an outfielder here. This gives viewers a sense to really experience what's happening out there. Give us a feel of what's happening in this shot of Cody with the Orioles.
This was Cody's first time ever coming out to play. And he's 5 or 6 years old. He's got Down syndrome. And this is his mom, is his buddy with him. And he's up to bat, and his mom helped him hit. And he's throwing the bat down as he's running to first base with a big smile on his face. The first time he's ever hit a baseball in his life.
So everyone hits. Everyone gets on base. And really, I guess everyone has a chance to cross home.
Yep.
Wow, those are great rules,
Yeah.
simple rules. That's right. Everyone hits, everyone gets to base, and everyone crosses home. That's a big deal.
And everyone wins after everyone crosses home plate. We kind of say everyone wins. Both teams win.
That's great. That's great. How about the second shot, Marissa Jacobs from the Diamondbacks?
Marissa is in a wheelchair, and she's an energetic, active, I think she's at elementary school. She's here with her buddy, and she's getting ready to also hit the ball, and she's got that look on her face where she's ready to hit it and run and hit a home run. She's always excited to come out, and she's one of our poster childs because she'll talk and she'll do interviews, and she's just excited to be there.
That is a powerful shot. How exciting. Of course, the buddies, again, you stress that volunteer buddy is there, whether it's a mother with Cody or with Marissa here. I mean, it could be anyone. It's someone who's given up that morning and afternoon to be out there.
It is. The children 10 and up, that's where they fill in. And a few minutes before every game, we get the volunteers out there. Everyone gets a free T-shirt that volunteers, and then they get matched up with someone that would be easy for their special needs to help them. And they stick with them throughout the game. They hit, they run the bases with them if they're in a wheelchair. They push them around. If they need help fielding the ball, they help them field. If they need, a cup of water, they get the water for them. It just gives the parents an opportunity to sit on the sidelines and relax and watch.
And cheer their child on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for the first time.
For the first time. That's a great point. This last one, this shot of Dylan Blanton from the Braves. I've seen this before. This is one you all have been wrapping around that for quite a while.
Since the beginning, Dylan's been on everything. He's an adorable child. He's 4 years old. He's in a wheelchair also. He's huge in the community. Everybody knows Dylan. And his grandpa's one of the coaches for the Yankees, and the whole family comes out, and his brother is actually his buddy. And Dylan doesn't need really help doing anything. He's independent, and he can run that wheelchair. Since he was 3 years old, he ran that electric wheelchair.
Wow.
and his brother rides on the back with him, and also he brings out his dog, and his dog chases him around the bases.
You're kidding.
No, he does. He's got his buddy, his dog, and his brother.
Wow. So everything. I mean, this Saturday, not only this Saturday, but for the last 2 years and both seasons, this much is going on every Saturday. Y'all are out there.
Every Saturday, we try to make an event out of every Saturday, or have special guests there. Opening day, we've got the Shriner Clowns coming out. We've got Splish and Splash we've invited from the Pelicans. We've got Chauncey from Coastal is going to be coming out, a few of the baseball players from Coastal Carolina. So every Saturday we like to bring some special guests so the kids feel really special that they're out there and that these people took the time to come out and play baseball with them.
And, of course, when you think about it again, when we think about the field, and you've also got a dugout that's accessible for folks.
Two dugouts,
okay.
yes. And they're on either side, and they have no fence in front of them, so the kids in wheelchairs can be in and out, and it's all flat where they can just roll in and out. Nothing that they can trip over or get stuck on. And the dugouts are there also, for shade and water when the kids get too hot and when they're in the dugout getting ready to hit. We've got the on-deck circle, just like professionals, and they get out there and they get warmed up with their bat and helmet. But it's exciting. Just we try to run it just like a regular youth baseball league would run. We've got our team moms out there and our coaches, and we either hit off the tee or get a pitch. And some of the older kids like to have a pitch, and they hit right off the pitcher.
Y'all have made a really concerted effort to make this synthetic turf. So if a parent's worried that their child will get hurt out there, I mean, y'all have made an incredible effort to make sure that this synthetic turf accommodates wheelchairs, accommodates all types of walking devices to help prevent injuries as well.
Yeah, it does, and it's actually cushioned so that if a child falls, some of our kids like to slide into home.
Oh, yeah.
Or they'll roll into home or whatever they do, and it's safe enough. It's cushioned, and it's flat surface. All the pitcher's mound, all the bases are painted on so that there's nothing you can get stuck on. And the real important push about this turf was that it was latex-free. Some of the children, a lot of these children are allergic to latex. And by coming out and using this latex-free product, it gives everyone the opportunity.
That's a great point. So then that is very important. Absolutely. Y'all have taken every precaution, or as many as possible, to think through what a parent's trying to decide when they're wanting their child to get out there, as well as what the child's going to need when he or she gets out there.
And then we always try to have either a firefighter or a rescue squad worker out there, and we also have 2 or 3 nurses that are volunteers, either coaches or team moms that are out there on the Saturdays.
Right.
So we always have, just in case of any type of emergency. A lot of the kids have seizures while they're out there. We have someone there who knows how to take care of that, and just, don't feel scared to bring them out because we can accommodate any special need.
Talk again real quick, Stephanie, for a viewer who can't be out there this Saturday, but wants to or knows someone who could get involved. The easiest way is just to call y'all at 448-7712.
Just give us a call and we'll get you signed up. Even if you can only participate every other week or 1 or 2 Saturdays throughout the season, just coming out one time will change your life. It really will. Even if you're volunteering, if you have a child, bring them out. Don't be scared. Come out and volunteer and be a buddy with some of the children, or sit in the stands. We always need people in the stands because we have so many people on the field participating that the stands sometimes get empty, and that's where we need people out there cheering the kids on when they get up to bat. Every child is announced when they come up to bat over the intercom. So everyone cheers for them as they come up to bat and as they cross home plate. So we need a bunch of people out there to support them. And this community has come together, so we just want to give it back to the kids.
Stephanie, every week, every day out there, you're hearing a different story about I'm sure you've got to be, about how a child's life has changed entirely from this experience.
It has. I see a lot of the children changing over the past 3 years, just maturing so much. One of the little boys came out and didn't talk the first 2 seasons, and I saw him recently, and he's out there talking, has friends, and we're doing the school day program now where some of the kids come out during school days and participate as recess or PE, and the kids just have come so far. And some of the kids have come up and could not hit the ball for the first year, and now they're out there hitting it and running the bases, and It's more than just a game, you know. It really helps the children, physically and mentally. So it's been good. A lot of the stories I've heard, I just cannot believe that just being out there playing baseball that could help, but it does.
It's not only changed the players' lives, it's changed the families' lives, the parents' lives, all the volunteers that get out there 16 Saturdays a year, kicking off this Saturday, April 3rd. Get out there at 10 a.m. If you want to get out a little earlier, if you're driving in from the PD, it's folks like Stephanie Turnmire, day after day, that commit so much but get so much out of it. Stephanie, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Absolutely.
Excited to see everybody Saturday.
Yes, get out there. Stay tuned to more Carolina People coming up next. As we've said before, her paid job is a dream job. Stephanie Turnmire working so hard for this Saturday, April 3rd, 10 a.m., the kickoff of the spring season of the Grand Strand Miracle League. Give them a call at 843-448-7712 or go online at gsml.org.